3, 2, 1, I suppose. Alrighty, great stuff. Welcome everybody to the second session of today's QGIS Open Day. We have a returning guest on the channel, which is of course Hamid, who's going to take us through how to visualize digital surface models using QGIS and Blender, which is always such a great time, and it's always a lovely visual experience. So I'm very keen to see how we're able to get those digital surface models working in QGIS and with Blender and making that really nice 3D visualization. So yeah, over to you, Hamid.
Okay, so hello guys. So once again, Hamid, I'm going to present how to make 3D digital surface model using QGIS and Blender. So I'll divide in my presentation into two parts, theory and then we'll go to practical. So let's start with theory. Let me try to share my screen. Okay, so yeah, this
there we go.
Right.
I can see. Perfect.
So let me try to. So yeah, this is a short presentation, on digital surface model. Like my previous presentation were focused on digital elevation model, but this one is a bit different. So what is digital surface model? It's different from digital elevation model DEM. This is DSM. It's a digital elevation model that captures both environment, natural and artificial features. For example, in digital elevation model, it was taking only elevation height, but this one takes buildings, trees, power line, and other objects you'll see. So the origin of digital surface model is usually from LiDAR data, mostly point cloud or aerial photo or satellite image or radar data. So yeah, so what are the applications now of digital surface model? Like, why do we need them? So usually digital surface model can be used in urban planning. For example, if one wants to plan urban, he can use digital surface model to know what kind of terrain it is on, what kind of building is on, vegetation cover, and so on. Also, there will be like a infrastructure development, like roads, helping roads, telecommunication, and also natural resource management. Okay, so next up is accuracy and resolution. I'm going to, after this, I'm going to like show some of the digital surface model in accuracy and resolution. So accuracy, the digital surface model, they differ in accuracy, as you see in the after this presentation, that depending on that digital surface model, some may have high accuracy, some may have high resolution, some also may have like low resolution. So it depends on the requirement, and depending on the requirement, some might have high resolution and some may have low resolution. I'll show this one in the thread which I'll after this presentation. So the normal format of digital surface model is the same as digital elevation model, which is GeoTIFF or TIFF. And you can also like start from point cloud, which is usually in form of LAS and LAS format, and then you change it into GeoTIFF in using QGIS. So finally, there is frequent asked question like, what is the difference between digital surface model and digital terrain model? So digital surface model include all the building, vegetation, but digital terrain model only include earth, bare surface without any surface feature. So yeah, this is the end of the short tutorial, and then now off to practical now. I'm going to show this thread now. This one. Okay. Wait.
In the live chat, Jigme says hello and greetings from Bhutan.
Oh, hello there. Okay, so this is a thread by Mr. Nail. Like I don't think there is any other good thread like this one, which has well illustrated digital surface model and its resolution. He tried to compile like 10 data sources of how we look at digital surface model and like its resolution. So he started from 1 meter resolution, for example, here Germany, then Spain, then United States, then England, like DEFRA, this one in 0.25 to 1 meter, then Scotland, which we are going to like the one which I'm going to present is going to be Scotland, then Switzerland, then Austria. The resolution becomes much better as he goes down. So finally, Netherlands and then Denmark. For him, Denmark was the one which has high resolution, which was 0.4. But this is just for Nail's kind of data source on digital surface model. And you can check it. Anyone who will want it, I can in the I'll try to share with it. So yeah, there is also other than this, there is also I think Equator Studio has a good data source for digital surface model. So yeah, so I'm going now to start like the main tutorial, which is going to this website, which is Remote Sensing Data Scotland. So in Scotland, they tried to like try to find how to get the digital surface model. So you start. Wait, so let me try again. Okay. So it will start like this when you open it, like remote sensing data.gov.scotland, and then you press explore map, and then you go to your area of interest. It can be, but it's limited only in Scotland. So it's Edinburgh, let's say. You zoom out to Edinburgh, let's say, and then you select a tile. Let's say this tile or this tile. You can select any tile, and then after that, you scroll down. You go to download, and then you select download here. So after that, then after getting your digital surface model, you have to make sure other two softwares are present, which is Blender and QGIS. So Blender, you can go there and download, and QGIS, make sure you download. So after downloading QGIS and Blender, you go to you go to uh, you go to QGIS, you open it, then you add your digital surface model, which is okay, this one right here, ready for Edinburgh. So this is a digital surface model for Edinburgh. As you can see, let me try to open street map, base map. So digital surface model, they appear like this. You can see the building pattern, you can see it, and you can see the building pattern, you can see these tiny things which are the trees.
That's so
And
cool.
yeah,
Very
so
very nice resolution for
yeah,
this.
so yeah, so you can see, I think, let me open the this structure here, the gray structure is Arthur's Seat Mountain in Edinburgh. So let me try to open street map. Okay, so yeah, this one, Holy Road Park. So you can select the area which you want, the Edinburgh town, Old Town. So let's try to select some area. Let's say I want to select this place right here. So I'm going to create two things, color map and black map. So I'm going to create new shape file layer. can put circle, Edinburgh. Okay, so okay, so this right here, going to draw like a cycle, usually like a cycle. So can wait, no, so it can be, so let's try to get parts. So this one, and the cycle is already created. So I'm trying to properties. So I'm trying to invert polygon. So let me apply. And then for black map fill, I'm going to put like black. Okay, this one right here to this. Going to apply. Okay, so zoom to layer. So over I'm going to new print layout. I'm going to write Edinburgh, and then page property, I'm going to put it like 0, and then I'm going to add my black map here. So 1 2, going to scale it up a bit. Okay, this one is nice. So after that, then I'm going to export my map to Edinburgh, and then I'm going to write Edin, then black map. So resolution, I'm going to put 600.
Is a higher DPI resolution useful for when you're making it 3D?
Yeah, it's really useful. It's really useful. If the more the DPI, I think the better the quality
Okay.
for me. Okay, so the black map is ready now. For the color map, it can be the OpenStreetMap one. So I can tick the OpenStreetMap one, and then properties, and then I'm going to write one fill color. I'm going to just put white, apply. Yeah, this one right here. So over here, I just do this. So yeah, this one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to export it now, adding color map, and then save. I'm going to higher center DPI. So it will export. It does take time, but it will export. After that, then I'm going to open now Blender.
We have a couple of other people from all over the world saying hi. So Bella says greetings from Nairobi. Ikaros says hello from Brazil. So lots of people from all over the world are very interested in QGIS and Blender.
So, okay, so the color map and the black map is ready. So in Blender now there is like 3 things: the camera, the cube, where we'll not use the cube, we'll use the plane, and then there is light over here. So this cube will delete it. We just right click and then delete, and then I'm going here in add. I'm going to add mesh and then add plane. Now the plane here default is going to be scale to be 1 and 1, but the image resolution, this one, we have the dimension is 4960 4960. So we'll divide by 1000, which you edit here now. It will be 4.9 because it's like square, like square. So After that, then I'm going to go from object mode to edit mode. Then I'm going to subdivide. I'll subdivide it into, from one cut, I'm going to write 100. Then it will be okay. Then I'm going to, from edit mode back to object mode. On the right side now, there is these tiny properties, which are modifiers, texture, material. So I'm going to modifiers. In modifiers, I'm going to add, I'm going to add a new modifier, which is, okay, I'm going to add a displace modifier. Deform, edit, this deform, displace. So after that, then after adding displace, then I'm going to select this new. Then I'm going to texture here. I can just go, I can go here, or I can go from here. Then I'm going to open. What I'm opening is that black map which I've created. So I'm going to desktop, then in Edinburgh, the black map which you created, I'm going to open it. So it will come with this kind of resolution. Don't worry, to be okay. So I'm going back again here, and then I'm going to add another modifier, which is it will be no physics, no default, generate, should be subdivision surface, this one. So I'm going to wait. In subdivision now surface, I'm going to level plot, I'm going to select 2, and then now this I'm going to put above this one. So it will look like this now.
Oh, that
It
looks a
starts,
lot better.
that's, yeah. So the strength, I'm going to put it 2. Yeah, so the other side, I can just go to render, try to increase, let's say 3, just to try to smoothen it up. So 3, it, as I increase the level plot, the 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 resolution, you can see it's becoming much better. You can see now, you can see the Arthur's Creek is looking a bit better now. So after that, then over here now we're done. So I'll go to material now. Then I'm going to add new. Which is taking. So add new. Then I'm going to scroll a bit. Going to, instead of base color, I'm going to use image. It's called image texture. So image texture is the one which the color map which I've created. I'm going to open. I'm going to open the color map here. So it will appear. It has already entered, but in order now to see how it appears, I'm going to this place right here. So you can see this one right here. The color map is already. Now over here now I'm playing with the with the with the lightning now. I'm going to do final things on the plane properties, which is going to render. For render cycle, I'm going to go, render engine is going to be from EV to cycles. Then I'm going to film, then transparent, then I'm going to color management, then I'm going to select from this to film. So yeah, I think the for here it's done. I'm going to jump from plain to light. To light, I'm going to color, and then I'm going to, I can just remain at this color, so it can be same. Going to this one right here. Then I'm going to just select sun. For sun, I'm going to select angle, which is 90. And then strength, I'm going to reduce it to 5. So now it appears at least much better now. So I'm going to reduce the lightning is too bright. I'm going to reduce it to 4. 4, let's say 3.5. Okay, so it's much better. Uh, so I'm going again after light, then I'm going to camera. In camera, which is over here, I'm going to change the camera from perspective to orthographic. Then I'm going to this one. It will be 0, 0. Then I'm going to leave it at this. Rotation 0 and 0. It will be like it's looking upside down like this. Then after that, then I'm going to increase now the I'm going to increase the I'm going to increase the orthographic scale from 7 to something, let's say 14, let's say 15, let's say 16. So it has already now fits the the whole place. After that, then I'm going to check anything else before rendering. I think it will appear like this maybe. Yeah, this is how it will appear. I'm going to check anything else before rendering. Let's say cycle. So I think now it's ready. So I'm going to render image. So it will render now. Wait, one last thing is because of time, I'm going to like reduce the render from maximum sample, which is 4,000. I'm going to just put 100. So I'm going to now render image. So yeah. Oh, it's cut a bit. Wait, so let me try to cut a bit. So let me try to increase again orthographic to 18 perhaps. Let's say 19. So I'm going to render and render image. So yeah, now it has rendered the part of author seat and the built up.
That's really cool.
So yeah, while this one is rendering, I'm going to show you some of like some of my renders. So
Sorry, if you wanted to like emphasize the 3D look, you could just change the camera view, like the orthographic view, right? You could put it down and slightly off to the side.
okay, for that now, okay, let me close this one. For that now, instead the camera, this one, instead of
Yeah.
orthographic, you first of all you delete it, then you go to add, you add a camera, then you add a new camera. Then after that you select like an angle which you want like to the angle which you want like to focus on. After that, then you make sure in over here in preference, you make sure like this one, input emulate numpad is ticked. Then after that, then you select your plane, this one right here. and then you press by all of it Control Alt 0. So yeah, it will be like this one. Then you press render and the image. So to change now from orthographic to like a perspective like this one right here.
Okay, that's cool.
So yeah,
That's
so that's
great.
how to so that's how, like, after this one, then you can save your image and then you can go back to QGIS for like annotation, like how I do this one, for example, also. So because it's transparent, if I just annotate like author seats, init bug, you can go to top view, something like I you can go like perspective wise, you can zoom in like this one. So yeah, I think that's all. You can try, for example, like this one right here, like for Etihad, what I did is just to, in the OpenStreetMap here in QGIS, I just go uh, to symbology, I just go to colorize, and then I select like light blue, then I apply, yeah, like this one. The color map is like kind of blue theme. This is a Alsadil tricks. Alsadil tricks. Okay, so that's all I think. That's all for me.
That is
For me.
brilliant. I love this. This is so cool. I think 3D mapping and rendering things in this way is always so cool. Oh, you've got Edinburgh Castle. That is so cool. So does the governmental data from Edinburgh, is that the highest resolution data available that we can play with?
Uh,
Like freely available, I'm assuming.
the ones in the thread which nail like illustrated, they are free. Most
Mm.
of them they are free. You can go there and you can play around any country, Switzerland, like Austria, like Norway. So you can just go there, and Netherlands, you can go there and download, go to the website, you download your digital surface model, you can play along with it. So yeah, and even the comments in the comment section, like there I saw Mexico. Yeah, you can check. This thread is like for digital surface models. But for him, he doesn't use, instead of, for me, Blender, he uses ARA ray shader. So
Okay. Okay.
so that's
All right. So,
so
anybody on the live chat, please feel free to ask any questions as you're going through or give any comments. Jeremy, do you have any questions or comments?
Well, just this gives me ideas because obviously you can use like these small pixels with like 0.25 to like 1 meter pixels, but we couldn't, like, even if you got it like something big, like you start looking at like the massive surface models, you could do like a continent if you have a powerful enough computer. So you could get like the 3D effect, but on a much bigger scale using a slightly lower resolution DEM. It's just suddenly thoughts like that came to mind. So instead of plotting like the buildings in a city, you go and plot like relative elevations across quite a large span of a country or something. It's just cool. Like the possibilities to use like this whole workflow, you can scale it up or scale it down as you need, depending on the data you have, which is just awesome.
And I like the flexibility that Blender gives us. I know that QGIS has now in the newest versions has got some inbuilt 3D modeling and viewing. But I mean, I love that sort of you can really control what you want with the Blender functionality, with that plane, camera, light source. You can really get the exact output that you want. And as you said, Hamid, you can then take your map and put it back into QGIS for creating the layout with, I don't know, labels and titles and that sort of thing. So I really like the idea of using these two open source projects in conjunction with each other. I think that's great. I see a user called Kukajack. It says, nice work and greetings from Ghana.
oh,
All right.
So,
Have you done any others than Edinburgh in Scotland? Have you got some other cool images to show?
yes, I haven't done it a lot. I was focusing on digital version model, but I tried,
Yeah.
like, for example, this one, Formula One people, like Silverstone, like,
Silverstone.
yeah, or like there is one from Netherlands. I think it's, yeah, this one, Zandvoort, which marks like kind of win every time here.
Ah, you're talking
So,
Jeremy's language here, Hamid.
so it's this is a digital surface model, but same thing, like from different sources. For example, this one is from Netherlands. Yeah. So, but usually for me, my style is like to overlay. Like, for example, this one is again from, for this is not from Scotland. This is from DEFRA. I tried to emulate cholera map the in 3 dimensions. So I tried to show with DEFRA
That's cool.
datasets.
Overlaying the symbols onto like a rendered model. That's very cool.
Yes.
So yeah,
That's really, and then
I,
just there, I can see you've done Romania. So, Jeremy, on your country level, I can see South Africa. Yay, that makes me happy.
Yeah.
so
So
yeah, this
that's really cool. What have you done there in Nairobi? That sort of grayscale map, not grayscale, sepia. If we go
oh
up a little bit, that one
okay.
there.
This one is another like software called like Aerialod, like an alternate a Blender, like similar to Blender, but like a bit different. So what I tried is to the OpenStreetMap data. I tried to put it into grayscale, and then try to to illustrate it in uh, in Aerialod. So it is.
Okay.
This one is for Alsader did it first. Ackland. It's called Aerolog. This is not from Blender, it's from Aerolog.
Okay. And do you prep your data in the same way in QGIS and then take it into the other
Yeah,
3D modeling
yes.
program? Okay.
Like QGIS is like mother, like the mother, or let's say original source of. Start there, then go to others, then come back to QGIS. So yeah, I have to start from QGIS, then go to the other software. So yeah, I think for example this one, Central Park, another digital surface model, but I didn't have a really good resolution, but I tried to work with it. Central Park.
That's
So,
very cool.
so yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Jigme in the live chat says he wants to do one for Bhutan. Though we don't have very high resolution DSM, it still deserves an attempt. Oh, absolutely. I agree. And I think if you do attempt this workflow that Hamid has told us, put your work on, I can't call it X, put your work on X/former Twitter. And tag the QGIS Open Day, tag Hamid, and it'd be really cool to see what you come up with from watching this I'm going to call it series of talks. Yes, says Kazi Nuzuri Hamid. Well done.
So
Do
yeah,
the
this one is from,
use like the Copernicus DEM because that's 30-meter pixels.
Sorry, Jeremy, I missed the first couple of words there.
My internet's playing up. If you want to, like the person in the live chat wanting to do the whole of a country, if you want to do the whole of a country, you can get away with something like the Copernicus or one of those global DEMs that only have like 30-meter pixels. Because for a country scale, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, I think Jigme, I agree with Jeremy. If you're going to do the whole of Bhutan, I don't think a DSM is probably your best option. You might want to go with a digital elevation model like the one given by Copernicus, and that you said is 30-meter resolution.
Yeah. or you can get the 30 or the 90, but they're there and open. So
yeah, that's also a really nice source for open data. Jigme says that they'll tag Hamid and thank you. Yeah, I hope SRTM will work. Yeah, that should also do the job.
Or like in, for example, like my for example, for the places where we don't have like digital surface model, you can try to, like Dominic, like try to create a kind of this guide where like you can fix like similar to, let's say, pseudo digital surface model. You can use OpenStreetMap data, like if it has building height, you can prepare like a black map like this one, and then you can send it to iRoad if it has building height, if your OpenStreetMap has building height. So for here I tried for
Okay.
so here he illustrated very well on like using OpenStreetMap data which has height to to illustrate in 3D. He can also do that. So for example, for my case, I tried for my home stadium, which is, we don't have digital surface model. So I tried to follow this tutorial and came up with something like this.
Jeremy, thanks, says Jigme. Yeah, so I don't have any other further questions other than I really want to try this out. There's some really cool landmarks in South Africa. Table Mountain comes to mind that I'd really like to try this sort of thing out for. Jeremy, do you have any that have come to mind that you think this would be a cool thing to apply to?
not really landmarks, but more like personal projects and areas I frequent. That'd be cool to like visualize them in a way that I can share with other people. It's more like it's more like being able to share these places with people who won't necessarily get to those places. It's just, yeah, it's cool.
All right, so I'm gonna put a challenge out to those of us, the 25 or 30 so people that are in this room watching with us. I think we should try this workflow. I'll try, Jeremy will try, the rest of us will try. Then we'll put it out on X, or if you're on Fostodon or Mastodon. But definitely tag Hamid in and show the output that you were able to generate. I'm keen to see the one from Jigme in Bhutan. I'm really keen to do Cape Town Table Mountain. I think Jeremy will surprise us with something cool. So yeah, if you guys can make something really cool and interesting looking with this workflow that Hamid has so kindly shown us, then put it out to Twitter, pop out your lovely renderings like Hamid is showing us here, and tag us. All right. Then I think, Hamid, unless you have any last points, we can bring this session to a close.
No, not really. Just data source, check the data source, and then check the data source resolution, and then you can move along with what I've shown. So yeah, I think that's all. That's all.
Alrighty, brilliant stuff. Thank you everybody for watching this QGIS Open Day session. There is one more session today, and that is of course going to be with Dror, who's showing us how to make QGIS plugins from sort of start to end, and how to sort of technically put a QGIS plugin together, a little bit of an easier, hackier way of doing things. And if you would like to, start making your own QGIS plugins with the workflows that you're doing, that is a great session not to miss. Of course, Draw always gives a great session. So please make sure to join us for that. And that is, of course, in 1 hour. So go and grab yourself a cup of tea and join us for the next QGIS Open Day session. It just leaves me to thank Hamid so much. I always enjoy these sessions with the 3D mapping. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Bye, everyone. All right. We are off air.